Hello everybody, I'm Josh Games and welcome back to episode 9 today for the British Grand Prix in Season 1. Now if you cast your minds back to last episode, it was atrocious. Absolutely one of the worst races I think we've had all season. But Liam Lawson did get P3, so silver linings. We're currently in 4th position on the constructor standings, and I think that's where we will remain for the rest of the season. We'll try to remain for the rest of the season. And yes, you see on the main menu there. And now we have got a very special livery, one-off livery for the British Grand Prix here. And yes, the John Player special livery and Lotus livery. And yeah, obviously we are starting our first qualifying lap of today. And yeah, obviously it's our home Grand Prix, the team's home Grand Prix. So we are going to try and obviously do our best. Maybe get a podium, maybe get a win. Who knows? As we fade away to the end of this lap. Sergio Perez, 126.4. Where do we end up in Q1? As a 26.2. 2 tenths ahead of Perez, who was in first place, but now we have overtaken him and we are in first place. And that is the only run that we did in Q1. We finished the session in P2. Lando Norris beats us by 1/100th of a second. And yeah, very good stuff. Maybe we could see the McLarens at the top of the field. This race by Liam Lawson is P12. Making it to Q3 by leaving us in Q1 is Yuki Tsunoda, Joe Granu, Esteban Ocon, Daniel Ricciardo, Nico Hulkenberg, and Logan Sargent. And yeah, well now it is time for Q2, and we are starting our run here. Yeah, very good stuff. You'll see on the you'll get a full picture of the livery once the race gets started and the replay sort of cameras. So yeah, as we get Science gets out of our way on the straight, DRS open. Now I will say this car is feeling very, very fast around this circuit, which is very good. Lando Norris holds us up there a little bit, so that's probably like a few tenths worth, but all in all, not too bad in all honesty. And yeah, the section of corners here, Maggans and Beckett's, felt so damn good in this car. That's because of all the upgrades we've been doing. We've done a lot of downforce and weight reduction upgrades, and that has obviously helped us a lot in the straights and in the corners as well. So as Liam Lawson there, I think that was Liam Lawson, goes temporarily first position as we almost lose the car there. But going around the last few corners now, Perez once again goes first, 26.2. We go to 25.7, fastest lap of the session so far, or the weekend so far. And yeah, well, that's the only lap we needed to do really. Unfortunately, Liam Lawson does not make it to Q3. Very annoying, but yeah, it's almost like a 2x2 with the Red Bulls, the Ferraris, and the McLarens all together there. Fernando Alonso actually making it in just about, as you can see the difference there between Albon and Alonso. But leaving us in Q2 is Alexander Albon, Liam Lawson, Pierre Gasly, Lance Stroll, thankfully, Valtteri Bottas, and Kevin Magnussen. So now it is time for Q3. This is where we shoot for pole and hopefully land at pole. But yeah, a lap is starting here. I think we will ride on board for the entirety of the lap. And yeah, this is hopefully going to be the lap that will get us into pole position, really. Yeah, don't really know what else to say. DRS open now, and yeah, I think I left the setup on like default. That's pretty much what I do on most races. It's just I can't be bothered to set everything up and have like a custom setup, but yeah, maybe that is why we are quite fast in the straights. But 200 miles an hour now, going around that corner. I can't remember what that corner is called, I will be honest, but into Magnus Beckett, absolutely sending it. The car is sticking, the car is responding. Very good stuff. We're going into a straight line, and that's always a good thing, isn't it? As we now chuck it into this corner that I don't know what it's called. Perez goes provisional pole position with a 125.7. Can we beat that? Lay on the brakes, rounding out the last few corners. Cross the line, was it going to be? And it is provisional pole position with a 1 minute 25.324. Is that enough to secure pole position? And it is. We are on pole position for the British Grand Prix. A very good qualifying. 0.25 seconds ahead of Sergio Perez in P2, Charles Leclerc in P3, Max Verstappen in P4, Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, George Russell, Oscar Piastri, and Fernando Alonso rounds up the top 10. But now it is time for the race.
You join us in the United Kingdom today, or Great Britain as it's alternatively known. Well, it's certainly a great day today as we welcome you to one of the crown jewels of British sports, a track of speed, history and drama. It's Silverstone. It's the British Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of Silverstone circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Williams lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, Sainz, Norris, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Liam Lawson, Gasly, Stroll, Bottas, Magnussen, Joe, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Tsunoda, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Alright, we go to 5 red lines for the British Grand Prix in Season 1. And it is go. The BMW's right at the back getting away with that. And trying to make it over to, I don't know what I'm saying. We have remained in first position. Perez really wants this move now. And the top 10 is me, Perez, Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Russell, Piastri, and Albon. Alonso missing out on a spot there during the light sequence, but Perez, we got really defensive. Perez goes round the outside. Can we leave him the space to go to now the inside of us? And Perez is up into P1. But we are not done. We want this win. So we now go back on board. We are going to go down the inside of Perez. No contact there whatsoever. And we remain in P1. We did what Hamilton could not do in 2021. And we make an overtake into that corner with no contact. as Perez wants that position back, as Verstappen actually managed to overtake Perez during that bit there, but Verstappen manages to hold on, as this is the worst camera angle I have ever seen in my life. And yeah, we remain in first position. Very good stuff, very good getaway. And you may notice that we are on the soft compound of tyres. Yes, we are going for a very bold strategy move here today. We want this win. We have to do something different from the other teams. So we are going to go from the soft to the medium tyres. I believe it can work. So we are going to do it. But yeah, now trying to stay ahead and hopefully put out a gap to the cars behind, because we are not taking any chances today, except from the strategy. We are getting this win, and yeah, I think most people on the grid are on the medium tyres. I think some people at the back are on softs, but we're basically the only ones on softs. As Verstappen goes round the outside of us, trying to make an overtake, but we apply a little bit of overtake and remain ahead, force Verstappen wide, and remain ahead in the race. As I believe we are going to set the fastest lap of the race. There we go, as DRS is now activated. Obviously, the season about to start in real life F1. DRS will be activated after only one lap. So in 4 years' time, when Codemasters finally add that feature or change that feature, we can open DRS. Earlier, we got a little bit defensive just to sort of break off the slipstream from Verstappen, and yeah, just remaining ahead is is key, basically. We will be handicapped down the main straight in just a second, because obviously Verstappen isn't a very fast Red Bull, and we haven't got any DRS whatsoever. We do have plenty of overtake to use, or VRS to use. So as Verstappen goes down the inside, we are late on the brakes, turning a little bit early. Verstappen remains ahead, we remain on the track, but we go down the inside, late on the brakes once again, and force him to concede that position. And Perez actually overtakes Verstappen during that sequence there, as Alexander Albon is now the fastest man on track, as we get a little bit wayward down into the first corner and hop the grass a little bit there, but crucially obviously remaining ahead now. Can Perez do anything with DRS? We've got ERS enabled. We go defensive. Perez goes round the outside, but then this time we force him out very, very wide. We are not letting him have the inside, because we know what happened on lap 1 when we did give him the space. And yeah, the top 10 looking quite similar. Yeah, me P1, Perez. Oh, hold on. Perez goes down the inside into Magnus and Beckett's. My one opportunistic move there. As but we will now have DRS, ERS activated in the slipstream. We go to the right, go to the left, and we sail on by, making the move there before even reaching the corner, and we get back up into P1, and it is like time now where our softs will start to feel a little bit iffy, As lap number 6 now, Perez goes down the inside into turn 1. You can see the lack of grip we have there. But Perez deciding, no, Perez, sorry, Verstappen deciding to back out of that move. After all, he will have DRS down this straight. Can he do anything? I think we're a little bit too far ahead now, actually, for Verstappen to do anything. And yeah, remaining ahead. Very good stuff. As I was saying, the top 10 remaining quite similar. This is now, as we're doing a lot of defending, slowing everyone up. Everyone is obviously catching up to us now, as Verstappen is now actually all over us as we make an absolute embarrassment of those corners. And Verstappen goes round the outside again. We've got ERS enabled. We are not letting him have this position. We go down the inside and we push him out nice and wide. We remain in P1. Now it is crucial that we do keep this spot without making any contact, because we don't want any controversy for this win. But yeah, our tyres now are dying, basically. We obviously haven't got as much grip as we do now, and we are going to be a lot slower for it. Going to have a little bit more oversteer. As now lap number 10, this is, as Perez got DRS, we force him very, very sharp into that corner. We sail all around the outside, which obviously turns into the inside, and we remain ahead. We do exactly what Perez did on lap number 1, but crucially, he does not have the momentum to overtake us again. And yeah, 4 attempts ahead of P2 now. We've been like very carefully managing our time. We usually stay around 3 attempts ahead, as Perez once again has got DRS, but we have activated overtake and he's not able to get close by. There's a yellow flag behind, as we now pull over into the pits. We are the only ones to pit now, and as I said earlier, we are going to go onto the medium compound of tyres. Because my thinking is, if the softs can last 11 laps, then the mediums can easily last the remaining laps of the race. And yeah, as you can see there, we've got special overalls for the crew and everything like that. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful livery. But it is a one-time livery, so hopefully it can actually bring us some luck, perhaps, to give us this win. As Magnussen does retire under those yellow flags there, before the pit stop there. But now it is time. We're on fresh tyres. 13 seconds behind the last person of Ricardo in the BMW, and yeah, it's now time to at least for the first like 4 laps or so, 4 or 5 laps, to set a bunch of qualifying style laps. Try to gain as much as lap number 12 now. A bunch of people come in, only a few people, handful of people there, and yeah, we obviously jump them. You would expect us to jump them, as they were a fair bit behind. But yeah, we need to keep an eye out on where sort of Verstappen and Perez come out after the pit stops, and maybe with Leclerc as well. So we set the fastest burst sector there. Obviously we are, oh god, we've got a lot less fuel in the car now, so we are a lot nicer and able to go a lot faster. As oh, I love watching just going through these sets of corners, especially Magus and Beckett's. Absolutely beautiful, just like chucking it in, and the car actually responding and sticking to the track. As we set a second purple sector there, we will be getting the fastest lap of the race once again, as more people now at the end of this lap are in. Who is in? That is a great question, I hear you ask. Well, as we go through the main start-finish line, first fast lap, there you go. As Leclerc is on the hotel tyres and is miles behind us, we have jumped Leclerc by 5.5 seconds. We did a really good few laps there to bring out that sort of gap, but it's not over yet. The key is obviously, as I said, to keep an eye on Perez and Verstappen. Where do they come out? I don't think either of those Red Bulls there have pit yet, so they're going for a very late pit stop in this race. Don't know if that'll quite work out for them strategy-wise, but yeah, we'll have to see. As three Magus Beckett again. It's so beautiful just watching those sequence of corners as Liam Lawson is now in the pits. As that's probably a good sign to see that the other people are now in. But where do everyone end up? We'll have to see once we actually get there, really. As look on the bottom left there, a Red Bull is in, and that is Verstappen. That is in. We have jumped Verstappen by an absolute margin, and I think our strategy has paid off a treat. Our 200 IQ strategy call has paid off. As the end of lap 14 now, the rest of the grid are in. There you see Perez, bottom left on the minimap, and yeah, we're miles ahead, as I said there. Yeah, Albon in P2. I don't think Albon has actually pit yet, so the cars are a little bit back down the grid. Opted to start on the mediums, which most of the grid actually started on now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, Albon I think is going for a very late pit stop, which is actually helping us because Albon is actually slowing down Leclerc and hopefully the rest of the grid, so it gives us an opportunity to pull out even more of a gap. And yeah, very good stuff. So now nothing much happens, so we fast forward all the way to lap 21. My, as we now spectator George Russell is in P7, go for an overtake on Albon, but Albon remains ahead. But Russell really wants this move, and I think Russell is actually going to make a very copycat move on what he did in P1. Russell goes down the inside of Alexander Albon. Loads of space between them, and Russell makes a very nice copycat move there as Verstappen overtakes Albon into Magus and Beckett's. Very opportunistic move there, as you can actually see Lawson right behind. Can Lawson make a move onto Albon and get up into P8 this will be? And oh my god, Albon has knocked up and waves Lawson on by. As you can see, Alonso is right behind. Lawson there, as yeah, that was a very nice action right there. But we are now obviously back onto our race, our race. 5.7 seconds ahead of the current P2. We have managed this very, very well, and yeah, we I mean, even behind the Clue, 7.3 seconds. Hold on, there's a yellow flag behind us, and it brings out the virtual safety car here. I unfortunately do not have a replay of this, because when I exported this, well, when I was gathering all the clips for this this video, I completely forgot the virtual safety car happened. So yeah, I don't know what caused the virtual safety car, but it's not affecting us that much, we'll be honest. So not going to shed a tear about it, but yeah, that happened. It's a nice little drama. I did think it may be causing very late full safety car, but thankfully it actually didn't. This is the one time we don't actually want a full safety car, as virtual safety car ends now, and we've actually gained time, or extended our time, under virtual safety car, which is obviously is always a good thing. We are slightly starting to get a little bit of tyre wear, but we go on to the last lap of the race. We are going to come home to win this race. Very, very special livery, and yes, across the line, and we win the British Grand Prix. Not only our home race as a team, but a home race as a driver. Very, very solid race there. Could not be happy. Absolutely controlled the pace and the field. Very good stuff.
Victory. Tell me, Ant, how do they manage to achieve this win?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. Charles Leclerc, currently leading the championship standings, extends his lead even further with this result. Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I have to give it to Williams.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
And yes, we have won the British Grand Prix. And Sergio Perez was actually the one to DNF there. I'm assuming that's under the virtual safety car, so don't know what happened there, as Liam Lawson finishes in P7, as Charles Leclerc actually takes the lead of the drivers' standings. Seems like it's going to be possibly like a 3 or maybe 4-way fight for the driver standings, so very entertaining there. We are in P7. Maybe we can fight for maybe P6 or even P5 in the standings. I don't think we'll get any higher than that. And in the constructors, Ferrari are in the lead there. So a very good season so far for Ferrari. Maybe this is their year. But that is all today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.